Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Let's intimidate Zevran.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Oh. Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
You don't like Ferelden?
It is fine enough with its dogs and its mud. The people are spirited, even if they can't tell the difference between an assassin and a mere killer. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
No. No, my people have no cities.
Ah, yes, of course. The wandering life of the Dalish. That truly is better. I'm jealous. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Is that some kind of euphemism?
It may as well be. But not this once, no. I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
I do like the smell of leather. I mean, some more than others, but I wouldn't wear a leather fragrance. I've tried several. My favourite is probably one that's called Impertinent Queer by Thierry Mugler, and that's mostly because it's called Impertinent Queer. No, it's not meant to be pronounced Impertinent Queer. So, it's a little bizarre though. There are leather tanners everywhere.
Ah, but it's not Antivan leather, is it? I do not know what the Antivan tanners do that is different, but there is no leather more supple nor more fragrant. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. Ah, but I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
You know your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes.
Even Grey Wardens who spare the lives of assassins?
Yeah.
Understood.
That's my
now,
joke.
If it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal. Here I am.
Can I ask you a personal question then?
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss? Here I am. Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
I mean, doesn't take any special skills?
I don't know about that. It's simply a slightly different skill set from your average killer, as I see it. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
Do you use poison then?
I do. It is not something inherent in an assassin's skills, however, merely something complementary. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we? Hmm?
And we took him with us to learn about the uneven crows, but it doesn't sound like they're anything very special, to be honest.
Here I am. Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the crows?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
Yeah, you mentioned that before, that you didn't choose to join the crows.
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That system works?
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Yeah, even serial killers in the real world get letters from women fancying them, don't they? What is it you fancy exactly?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
No, not at all.
This is good to know. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Are you worried that the crows will eventually find you?
Eventually can be a very, very long time, if one plays one's cards right. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Like Candyman. Okay, don't think I have anything much else to say. I better get on with this Sacred Ashes quest, I think. Should I just sort my inventory? None of these sound all that good, do they? I don't think you really would suit axes. None of those weapons look particularly special either. What are you wearing? Very little, actually. Well, I didn't get a lot of stuff from those side quests.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Well, not a lot there. Let's flog what I've got then and head off to find Brother Genetivi.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I forgot all about the cameo cowl.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Lots of corpses. This doesn't look good. Trickster Whim. I fought one of those. What's a Trickster Whim? Is it a demon? I think it is. I fought one before for sure. Okay, just run. Go, 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 go. Right, I'm going to concentrate on the boss. Alistair can also take some attacks from the boss. I know you've got a bow and you stood right next to him. Paralyze him. Ah, thank you, Alistair. Right, Alistair, go for the boss. Yeah, it might be a little bit overkill, but I'm doing it now. Resisted it. Do you have... Oh, you're already doing your Winter's Grasp. Okay, keep running then.
You Very well.
Right, Alistair, I think you have a Dispel. How does that work? Range personal. So do I have to send you in the way then first?
Right.
Well, I didn't get attacked on my way into Denerim, that's good. I've probably got some quests to turn in at the Chanter's board. Let's go there.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring ham without provocation to the least of his children are breaded and accursed by the Maker.
Those who bring ham? And the Maker does not bread sinners.
Oh, would you stop correcting me? I know the chant like the back of my hand.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Magic exists to serve man and never to...
Should I take all this rubbish? I'm not going to read any of it.
Foul and corrupt are they who have...
Doesn't like in getting Denerim. I don't really want to explore Denerim, to be honest.
They shall be named Malefica, accursed.
Let's try and avoid it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and avoid everybody. It's not Brother Genitive. I'm going to try and avoid literally everybody.
A little something extra. For friendship.
Oh, I've got some scrolls of Banasta. Hooded Courier, he sounds like a mugger. Is he doing a mugging? Maybe not. Still, let's try and keep a low profile. I'm not going to go talk to the sergeant. I just want to find Brother Genitive. I wonder if my journal tells me where to find Brother Genitive. No. No idea. And presumably I can go to a shop without getting attacked. I just don't really want to do anything here.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kaelin. I demand satisfaction, sir.
I was literally keeping a low profile right now. You lower your fucking voice or I'll silence it permanently.
I have heard of the Grey Warden's prowess, and you seem more capable than you did at Ostagar. I won't throw my life away. Too many people depend on me, and I doubt guards would pose any challenge to you. But by word and deed here you condemn yourself, sir.
Why can't I kill him?
I recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kaelin. I demand satisfaction, sir.
No, you're not getting deja vu. The game crashed. I'm about to say I'm quite surprised it hasn't been crashing more. Firstly, it's old. It's an old game, really. The best part of 10 years old. Wasn't designed for current hardware. Or to be recorded, probably. And we've put lots of mods on it. I don't remember it being particularly stable at the time of its release. And we've put all the DLC on it. So I'm surprised we've had as few crashes as we had. But our old path didn't work. I was expecting to just kill him and then shut his mouth, but it didn't work. So fate has given us another go. What? Me? The Grey Warden? Oh, you must be mistaken.
Pardon me, sir. You must think I'm a fool. You really do look like... too much ale. Yes, too much. Excuse me.
Oh, well that worked out fine. Let's try and exit this area and find Brother Genetivi then. Shit, they've got a poster up. Don't believe the lies. Friends of the Grey Wardens assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Do not understand, but okay. Unless the pearl is a place.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
Okay, I don't think Brother Genetivi will be in the alienage. Al Howe wants to keep people out, does he?
There's been an elven uprising. Knifeears even have the gall to attack the Jarl's only son. Killed him in cold blood. With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Jarl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
So the elves finally had some balls to do something and they got genocided. That is just perfect. What are you two gossiping about?
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day. I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
Northern Noble Tavern. Doesn't sound like somewhere Brother Genetivi would be. Mysterious Door sounds a lot more like somewhere Brother Genetivi would be. Hello? The door opens a crack in response to your knock. There is a light breeze, like a change in pressure. Oh, this must be a quest we started. Let's just present the small... I don't know what I'm doing. Let's present the small painted box. A large shadow nods. A coin pouch of coins appears in exchange. The door closes. Wow. That was pure... Well, it wasn't really pure luck. Where's Brother Genetivi, though? Aha, I don't know how we know that. Maybe we found out from his old. Why wouldn't his old tell me? Maybe she didn't know. Still, I know, somehow. Maybe I asked a guard or something, I don't know. Who the fuck is Waylon?
Yes? What are you doing here?
Who the fuck are you?
My name is Waylon. I'm the assistant of the scholar Brother Genetivi. This is his house.
Where is he? I'm looking for him.
That makes two of us. I haven't seen Brother Genetivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genetivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
What do you think he's discovered?
I don't know. He was very excited when he left and said he would be back with all the answers. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genetivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi and they too have disappeared.
Where did you send them?
Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
It's not the Necronomicon, come on. Look, I need to obtain the ashes or our Eamon will die.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
Oh, I know that inn. Oh, good. That helps. What exactly was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you said he just spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
Bullshit, I'm gonna break your fucking kneecaps. What are you hiding?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genetivi told me about the inn and that's all.
Us? Who the fuck is us?
Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genetivi and the urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
Are you fucking kidding me, Waylon? Fuck. Oh, I can't upload, level up. You know what I mean. Can't sort out Morrigan. No, it's not a demon. I don't know now. There's no... Maybe it's in this book, because it's quest related. On the betrayal of Andraste sounds pretty unrelated to me. On the worship of dragons, dragon cults, that doesn't sound very helpful right now. The Chantry hierarchy on the political structures of the Chantry, that's not corpse. The body of the real Waylon. Uh-oh. I knew there was something. God damn it. Genetivi's research. Amidst ramblings about the local legends and ancient trade routes, one passage stands out. The village of Haven in the Frostback seems a good place to start. Pity it's not in any of my maps. We've also got the steel symbol of Andraste. Oh, that's just a gift, is it? Okay. Let's level you up and head for Crushing Prison. So, do I want to go to that inn or to the Frostbacks? Brother Genetivi must have gone to Haven to continue his search. So is that the inn near Lake Calenhard, or is that near the Frostbacks? Because obviously that doppelganger is a liar. Maybe he's been sending all the knights the wrong way. Should I go shopping while I'm here? Why not? I'm sure... I mean, I've already been busted. Might as well take opportunity of being in the city. Restriction mage. I'm wearing no boots. That works out alright then. Would I rather have cunning or defense? Let's go for cunning. Mental resistance sounds a bit rubbish. And you've got an actual helmet.
Another visitor in my store. Enjoy browsing my wares.
What sort of goods do you have?
My cousin and I have trade connections all along the seaways. We have furniture, silks, carvings, and much more. Caesar handles the trade stock. I handle other affairs.
What affairs?
Business deals, meetings. Caesar makes it so I am free of the day-to-day concerns of our store.
Okay, you're not from Alden, are you?
No, I am not. I am a trader at heart. My home is the road, but I was born past the waking sea in Antiva. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was.
Man, everyone loves Antiva. What do you mean?
On the docks of Rialto, life is cheap. As cheap as the dockside ale and the soiled whores. You can live a longer life out here. And a wise man can make a comfortable fortune in time.
Okay, do you need any help? I don't know what help I don't know why I'm offering you help, but do you need help?
No. Not yet. Perhaps one day.
Okay. Do I really want... what stories do you have of Antiva?
It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was.
Oh, that was...
Luck be to you, Warden.
Maybe I have to bring Zevran to him.
If you have coin, welcome to our shop. If not, move along. Too many refugees blocking customers.
I'm not a refugee. Can you not tell that?
I didn't think so, sir. Too much flesh on the bones. You walk tall, proud, not hunched. Sad times in Ferelden.
Now you talk calling me a fat giant. Have you got anything for sale?
Oh, yes.
That's also junk. Well, that was a disappointment. I don't want to spy a servant. That's horrible. She better not be an elf. Let's go have a look. Are you an elf? Right, it crashed again. I'm just going to try and get out of Denerim as fast as possible. I might have to come back with no mods on or something.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orthamar.
I didn't really want to be in Denerim anyway. Right, how do I get to world map? I just want to go, Oh, here's more junk that I picked up off the chantry board, isn't it? Okay, alright, let's get out of Denerim. Frostbite Mountains. Village of Haven. I reckon Village of Haven we want. A remote village nestled in the mountains. It is not even marked on most maps. Just in case it crashes. I don't remember this at all. I don't know if this is DLC or not. I don't think I've ever been here.
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
What? It's not off limits. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'd like to explore Haven for a while.
We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Well, this guy's a fucking attitude. Haven almost sounds like a cult. I wonder if this is a fucking cult, a dragon cult. Because we found those books on dragon cults. This is a fucking cult. It's even called Haven. And Waylon's a weirdo as well. Right, I have some questions about Haven.
Ask and be on your way.
How long has Haven been here?
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
Who's in charge of Haven?
Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide.
Revered father? I've never heard of this.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
Well, you're not even that far away. Your tradition's very different from everyone else in Ferelden's.
Our ways are not the ways of the lowland cities.
Oh, right. Have you ever heard of the Sacred Ashes?
The urn is nothing but a legend.
Oh, because Brother Genetivi's research suggests that it might be more than a legend.
I do not know who Brother Genetivi is or what he says. However, I'm sure people can convince themselves of anything.
Uh-huh. So you wouldn't know if Brother Genetivi had been here then?
No.
Okay, excuse me.
You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
Did it just get a lot colder, or is it just me?
They are hiding something. 'Tis obvious, is it not?
Yep, it fucking is. They're absolutely hiding something. We're gonna find it. The death of a Templar. Interesting. I have a lot of chickens anyway. That might be useful. The cult. No, I don't really think that's involved. Very suspicious. Having a house with a fire and no one in here.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Oi, child.
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Were you up? Were you down? Chasing rabbits round the town. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. Dear Bonnie Lynn. Sleeps the peaceful crib within. A mossy stone, a finger bone. No one knows but Lynn alone. Dear Bonnie Lynn. Sleeps the peaceful crib within. Who are you? You shouldn't be here.
Why are you preaching at me with creepy fairy tales? Who are you?
I asked you first.
I'm Trini.
Lowlanders don't belong here. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I bet you're a clever little boy. What do you know about Haven?
Haven is Haven. But I have a secret. Do you want to see?
Oh yeah, please, show me. The boy pulls something out from his pocket and shows it to you. A finger bone, bleached white by the sun and polished through constant handling. Oh right, you got yourself a little finger. Who does that belong to?
Don't know. It's lucky. I keep it with me. Don't tell anyone, alright? Mother always tells me to be careful of the dark.
I wonder if I can steal that from him. I wonder who's good at stealing.
On my way.
Oh, I just stole some money. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep his money anyway. Something is not right here, though.
I don't like this. It's almost too quiet. Something's not right. I can feel it.
They were also told there was a shop. Hello, villager.
We have nothing you'd want. Please go.
As you say.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Who are you? You're not from Haven.
So, do I have to be from Haven? Perhaps I just want to come to the shop and trade.
I don't have much, but I suppose you can take a look.
Well, that's how I would run a shop. Fucking idiot. Oh, well, your shop sucks.
You're back?
Yeah, I can come back if I want to. Can you tell me about Haven?
How would you describe the place you know only as home?
Anything? Have you seen a man called Brother Gentivi?
No, I've never heard that name.
Right, I'm going.
I think that is for the best.
I feel like I should rob
What are you doing? That's private!
Why? What are you hiding?
I don't see how that is any of your concern.
I go where the fuck I want. I'm making it my concern.
No! You have no right!
Our skill has won the day!
A lot of blood.
I am done with that one.
Nice. Nice. Bleed out on the table. What are you hiding then?
It is begun.
A Templar. A dead Templar. The armour and clothing left on this dismembered man indicate
Very well.
that he was from Redcliffe, one of Al Ayman's knights.
It shall be done. It is begun.
Nice, a named bow. A plot item. Well, I think this is enough of a bombshell to end the episode. And I think I need to read some codex entries that I found in Brother Gentivi's house. Where are your legs? Huh. That floats in the air. Very suspicious. Come back for the next episode of Dragon Age Origins, where it hopefully won't crash. This is quite interesting. Look, I've had to do this fight out in the country again when the game crashed, and it gave me a quest updated, so I had a look, and we have indeed seen a trickster win before. The thing killing people on the trade routes was one of the creatures you summoned in the Magi's Tower. Return to the Chantry and report that the danger has passed. That's quite interesting. Right. Friends of Red Jenny. The task was never promised to be easy. You said you could enter the Circle Tower, and you were believed. Find the small painted box in First Enchanter Irving's office and deliver it to the door marked in Denerim as agreed, or be prepared to find yourself hunted across Ferelden. The Friends of Red Jenny. There is a sketched map of several doors. It requires the box to be placed on it to block out false leads. The Sacred Ashes of Andraste. Only one person witnessed Matharath's betrayal, Havad the Aegist. A childhood friend of Matharath, he accompanied his chief to the meeting with the Tevinters, not realising what was planned. When he understood that Matharath was giving Andraste over to be executed, Havad, unwilling to draw swords against his friend and liege, placed himself between Andraste and the Tevinter soldiers. The Tevinters struck him down, and Matharath left him for dead. Gravely wounded, Havad made his way to the gates of Minrathos to stop the execution. When he reached it, the terrible deed was already done. The armies on the plains long since dispersed. Havard, cursing his weakness, gathered the earthly remains of Andraste that had been left to the wind and rain, and wept. When his fingers touched the pile of ash, his ears filled with song, and he saw before him a vision of Andraste, dressed in cloth made of starlight. She knelt at his side, saying, "The Maker shall never forget you so long as I remember." The song faded, and the vision with it, and Havard was alone, but his wounds were healed. With new strength, Havard took up the ashes of Our Lady, and bore them back to the lands of the Alamari. Fearing that Mafrath's supporters would defile them, Havard took the ashes of Andraste to a secluded place high in the mountains, and there he carved from the living rock an urn to hold them. Time passed, and the whereabouts of the urn faded from memory. Perhaps it was the Maker's will that only the most worthy should find his beloved's final resting place. Now we have only the legends, such as that of Chevalier Lothaire, who quested to find the urn to save his dying daughter, and either found it in time to cure her, or returned 100 years after her death. The ballads end less than certain on that point. From Thedas, Myths and Legends by Brother Genetivi. Dragon cults. Let us suggest for the moment that a high dragon is simply an animal. A cunning animal to be sure, but in possession of no true self-awareness or sentience. There has not after all been a single recorded case of a dragon attempting to communicate or performing any act that could not likewise be attributed to a clever beast. How then does one explain the existence of so-called dragon cults throughout history? One dragon cult might be explainable, especially in light of the reverence of the old gods in the ancient Tevinter Imperium. In the wake of the First Blight, many desperate imperial citizens turned to the worship of real dragons to replace the old gods who had failed them. A dragon, after all, was a god figure that they could see. It was there, as real as the archdemon itself, and as evidence makes clear, did offer a degree of protection to its cultists. Other dragon cults could be explained in light of the first. Some cult members might have survived and spread the word. The worship of the old gods was as widespread as the Imperium itself. Certainly such secrets could have made their way into many hands. But there have been reports of dragon cults even in places where the Imperium never touched, among folks who had never heard of the old gods or had any reason to. How does one explain them? Members of a dragon cult live in the same lair as a high dragon, nurturing and protecting its defenceless young. In exchange, the high dragon seems to permit those cultists to kill a small number of those young in order to feast on draconic blood. That blood is said to have a number of strange long-term effects, including bestowing greater strength and endurance, as well as an increased desire to kill. It may breed insanity as well. Navaran dragon hunters have said that these cultists are incredibly powerful opponents. The changes in the cultists are a form of blood magic, surely, but how did the symbiotic relationship between the cult and the high dragon form in the first place? How did the cultists know to drink the dragon's blood? How did the high dragon convince them to care for its young, or know that they would? Is there more to draconic intelligence than we have heretofore guessed at? No member of a dragon cult has ever been taken alive, and what accounts exist from the days of the Navaran hunters record only mad rants and impossible tales of godhood. With dragons only recently reappearing, and still incredibly rare, we may never know the truth, but the question remains. Death of a Templar. The dry, dusty earth swallows up salty drops that splatter its surface. A tiny insect pauses, sensing the vibrations, and scurries off, leaving behind its invisible enemy. As the drops fall, the dark circles merge together, expressing a mirror to their creator. The primal emotions of bloodlust and sorrow blend into a lethal cocktail that breaks the strongest of men. The jurisdiction of strength must be left to the spirit, not arm, nor chest. Only the wisest turn to his inner sanctuary to partition the mind from all-consuming madness. Seductive voices whisper promises of glory, weighting down the weaker path of the flesh, bringing a death far worse than that of hot lead or steel. These blank, hollow promises will echo the unfathomable eternally. Living comfortably among material possessions, it is easy to misunderstand the true meaning of uncontrollable hate. Failing to understand the power of fighting against pure, unfaltering beliefs, against foes that listen only to their soul, uncontrollable hate, influenced and thus removed from innocence, the scar is permanent and internal. The rain, now red, feeds the debt owed for actions past, seeking further into the earth as the mind draws slower. What was it that drew him, himself, to this situation? The mind ebbs and parts to a lingering memory of true innocence. He entered war as a newborn enters the world, unknowing of both the horrors and light of the Maker that will save him. The sound of metal sliding along leather comes from above him. From the second he was born to his soon-to-be dying breath, his mind was processing and analysing knowledge and experiences. It is true that he thought he could be wise in his own eyes, but only the most humble recognises that he knows very little. Bias, speculation, and all the false pretences make way to the sound of sweeping steel, and then, finally, his soul, as ready as his eyes dry from this final understanding, enters his promise of its purest form. From Death of a Templar by Sir Andrew, Knight of Andraste and Templar Archivist, 9-4 Dragon.